back. So here's where we left off last time, and I'm running into a little problem because where is our driver going to sit? You see, he cannot be sitting right here in this area. That's not going to work with all these wires and things. There's not enough room. And he would be, even if I did make a seating area, he'd be way too high up. So what I'm thinking is I'm going to extend the whole thing anyway. That way it looks that way it looks cool, and I can make a seating area around here. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a look at this piece, and I'm going to start cutting around here. I'm going to have to cut these wires and extend them, and I also have suspension components, which I got to be careful with. So let's start there. Alright, so before I cut anything, what I'm going to do is get a piece of styrene, and I'm going to glue it down here to give this piece right here, I want some strength here, because when I cut it I want it to be even. So I'm just going to make my mark and cut this piece, putting in a little bit of glue. Oops, just a little bit. That'll work for both sides actually. And gluing this piece down. Okay, I got this piece right here. I'm just trying to see how it goes as we go, because like I said, I don't plan these things out. I'm just having fun with it, and we'll see how it turns out. So next thing I want to do is I want to cut these cables right here, these little wires, and I'm going to use, I have another RC car, and I'm going to use this cable right here and wire them together. That way I can extend this piece. So first thing is cutting these and then extending it out. I couldn't find my wire cutters, so this will have to do. Cut. Then we'll cut this one. Cut. Alright. And also going to unscrew this suspension. Alright, I removed the little arms right here, and now I'm going to cut right here so I can take this front piece off. So I'll be using my little saw. Alright, this is going to be a little tricky, but let's do it. Point of no return once again. So now remember, always be careful when using sharp tools. They are dangerous. Like that, we have two pieces, and now we have to figure out how we want this to look. How long do we want this to look? See, it already, to me, it already looks better because it's not as short. So now we can have a much more radical vamp that we can build. I'm thinking I want about this much length. Let's see the driver. This is all kind of like freestyling this whole project because I do not know the outcome. It's going to be a surprise for both of us. I'm thinking we can make a seating area around here. So gonna be about 2-inch gap right here that we're gonna build. Let's take a look at this. This piece right here we'll take right off. Actually, we'll save that piece. Now what I'm gonna try to do is those 2 inches that we just said, try to build a seating area. So let's start with that. This is a little more than 2 inches, but this will do. So I'm gonna mark it and start cutting this. So I glued a piece of styrene right there, and we're gonna have to make this piece stronger. So I'm going to use this right here from Plastruct, some styrene strips. I'll be using these, and also these from Plastruct. Start beefing up the area. Because this will easily just come apart. So I'm going to start looking at some weak points where this can break. I'm thinking like around here. So use your best judgment and try to see where this would break. It would break in half around here. So I'm going to cut a strip. I did right here, and I'm going to glue it down because we do not want this to come apart. We're going to start making the model stronger and stronger as we go, because even though it's going to be like a model, like an RC model, we still want it to take a little bit of abuse and not be super fragile, because the last thing we want is something to break. So down here also is a weak spot. So I'm gonna get the strip right here and cut it, start gluing it down, start beefing up the weak spots. Kind of like a frame on a real car. Just beefing it up. So actually I want it this way. So it's up to you to decide where you want to put the strength. So this is what I got so far, and it's making it stronger, and I'll be adding more spots as I go. So right now I'm trying to see how it's looking so far. So what I want to do next is, by the way, the suspension right here, I'm gonna have to figure out how to hook these arms to the front because they're way back here, and that's not gonna work anymore. So it's a lot of problem solving at this point. Like what can we do now? And I got some ideas. I got a round strip right here of styrene. So it looks like I'll be able to put in the suspension arms through here. That might be an idea. But you know what I'm going to do first is, I think I'm going to use the original arms. I'm going to cut these off, and I'm going to glue them onto this. So let's do that with our little saw. Alright, at this point, anything goes. We're just having fun with it. Okay. So I want to take this strip right here, cut it, yeah, about right here. Score it a little bit, break it, clean it up, sand it. And what I'm going to do is glue in the original little pieces that connect the arms to the frame. So I'm going to glue it in there. Glue in the other one. So change of plans. I'm thinking this is going to work better than the other plan I had. So there we go. And I want to glue it here because I want to be able to put this right here. So I'm going to let that dry a little bit and we'll be ready for the next step. And you know what? I'm going to use this piece right here. It's got a little bit of a groove right here. I'm going to use that to glue it on here. And I have to make sure that our passenger is going to be able to sit down comfortably. So that is important. I might have to extend it just a little bit, it looks like. Let me see. So far we got this. Maybe that's what we should do, is just extend it out a little bit. See, it's always a change of plans. You got to be on your feet with this stuff because things do change, and that's how it goes when you don't plan. Okay, after taking another look at it, I decided that I like where it's at. So yeah, let's start making our strong points here. So this looks okay. The this right here, styrene strip right here, and what I'm going to do is first I'm going to glue this piece on here. So let's do that. Glue it on there. And right there. And then our weak point is going to be here. Let's do this though. Let's do it like this because we're going to add more pieces later. A little bit of glue right there. Okay, right there. So now we have this area, but it's going to get stronger still. I want this piece to not come apart ever. And now we have our long piece right here. And we need to glue that down. For this area, I'm using a little bit more glue, just because, not too much, but I want this to really, this is important that this area stays together. Or else we're going to have a truck, a vamp that's going to break in half, and we don't want that. Put a little bit more there. A little bit more glue. There we go. And if we want to make this even stronger, we can add a piece of styrene, which that's what I'm going to do right now. For strength. Make sure you get that there. Adding some strength, I'm going to put this strip right there. Doesn't matter how, it just matters that it connects. Okay. There we go. now we have an even stronger piece, so that when we connect our arms back, we will not have any trouble. So that's how this is gonna go, and we're making progress. Look what we have here. Look what we have. We have an extended custom vamp. Now, next thing we have to do is find out how to make a little piece right here. So this and this connects. We want this to connect to here because right now it's loose. So I'll start simple. Piece of styrene. And we have this right here. So this is gonna glue onto here. And we still have a lot more to go. I think I'm gonna do is glue this down to here. I glued a little firewall and I marked it. So now this top piece, I'm gonna glue it right here, right now. All right, everything is starting to make a lot of sense. See, now that this piece is much wider than the original, I think it's starting to look cool. It looks kind of like a golf cart like this, but yeah. We'll be able to build back here whatever we want. We can do a truck bed. We can make it look like a troop carrier, whatever we want to do. But now that we have the electronics out of the way, we will be able to make a seating area that will comfortably sit the driver and a passenger. So now we have a lot of flex here, so what we want to start doing now, and then these I'm going to attach later of course, but what I want to start doing is I want to start making a little bit of strength, kind of like I said, like on a real car. You have your frame. That's the idea here too. So with my styrene strips, and as you can see right here, got a lot of strength buildup, and that's what we want because we don't want this piece to break apart. So I'm just gonna mark right here where these areas meet, and I'm gonna start building my little areas to give it a lot of strength. So, time to cut. Okay, I keep adding more and more. See how nice and neat that can be? Because I don't want the, once again, I don't want it to break. Just scoring what I want. And gluing them in. I want these to be vertical, not horizontal, because vertical will give you more strength, like on a real frame. I'm gonna have a little bit of fun here with the design of this. It's your project. Do what you want with it. Have fun. Get creative. What I want to do with mine is give it a little bit of design here. Put this one over here. Cut Got a little extra. Okay. That works nice. I'm gonna start making it more and more detailed, because I like to add the little details just to give it a little bit more life. Gotta make sure it's nice and straight. This looks a little crooked there. Alright. Sure, glue holds down. Put a little more glue right here. Just a little drop, go a long way. Okay. And I have round styrene. Why not add, just for a little bit of detail, let's put this round strip in here. Actually, no, let's put it over, let's put it right here. Just because I want. It's a little detail. It could be like some exhaust piece or whatever you want it to be. Use your imagination. Just adds a little bit of detail. So we're gonna glue that down. All right, here's how it's looking so far. A lot less flex right here. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do a little X design right here. Now I got this piece and I'm gonna cut it. Let's cut it. First of all, let's mark. Doing a little X design. Mark this right here and mark this right here. Okay. And I'm gonna mark right here. Look at that. Got some detail in here on the underside of the vamp. I think we're gonna stop here for today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Let me know. Throw your ideas down. One of you guys commented that I should cover this area as well, and that's a great idea. It will add more strength. So I'm gonna do that too, and just let me know what you guys think. This is the mock-up so far. Have a very long vamp with lots of possibilities, lots of different things we can do. It could be a troop carrier, it can be a pickup, it could carry it could be a tow truck, it could be anything you want. All right guys, thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Helps me a lot, and it keeps me motivated, because I don't want to stop in the middle of this, so this is my motivation to do this. I want to keep going. I want to finish this project, okay? All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.